What do you think, Jamar? You ready to party?
I'm ready. I'm always ready to party.
I'm ready to eat.
Well, you're a little ahead of us there, Linda.
Hurry up, I'm hungry.
All right, one sec. Maxine, what was the question about the corn husk? PK to remove corn husk?
Is it okay to remove?
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what we're doing is we're cutting it off, and we're roasting the corn. Let's show it up.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead. Oh, did somebody have a question?
I thought we might be roasting it with the husk on, so I did not remove it yet.
Oh no, we're not roasting it with the husk on. You can go ahead and pull the husk off.
You can remove the husk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody to Community Cooking with the Co-op, starring everybody's friend here, Jamar Ruff, the outreach coordinator at Coos Head Food Co-op. Tonight we have a bunch of people who've signed on via vouchers that I received via a grant from the American Library Association. So we're excited to see a lot of new faces tonight. And we are encouraging everybody to take pictures and email them to us later. You should all have my email in your Zoom confirmation. And like I said earlier, we are recording. The way I record, it takes your names out, but not your video. We'd love to see you guys, but if you don't want to be on the library's YouTube channel, we understand. And with that, I think, oh, and if you guys have questions while we're cooking, either put them in the chat and Joshua and I will feed them to Jamar, or you can respectfully unmute and ask questions as we cook along. You know, no question's a bad question. You're welcome, Theodore. And with that, it's all yours, Jamar.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Community Cooking with the Co-op. My name is Jamar, and I am here in the community kitchen with Alan. Alan, show your face.
Oh. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, Alan, thank you so much. Alan's our new cameraman. He makes it so we can see from above. We love Alan.
Yes, yes. Okay, so today what we will be doing is making summer lasagna. My favorite thing, as you know, is roasted vegetables. I love roasted vegetables, and I love lasagna, so why not put those together? Especially like a seasonal lasagna where everything that we have and everything that we're using is local produce, So first, I wanted to kind of start with prepping our ingredients for roasting. So I have broccoli, broccolini. I also have corn. I have squash, zucchini, and onions, and heirloom tomatoes. You cannot forget about heirloom tomatoes. If you have not cooked with heirloom tomatoes this summer, it's supposed to happen, okay? It's supposed to happen. So let's go ahead and start with the onion. Yeah, we'll start with
Jamar, I'm just going to remind everybody who might not be able to see the chat that you can start preheating your ovens at 400 degrees.
Yeah. Well, before we start chopping, go ahead and have that oven ready, because by the time we get done with prep, we want to make sure our oven is preheated, and then we'll move forward from there. Okay. So first, the recipe calls for 1 whole red onion, and we're gonna dice the onions, cut the onions 2 different ways, right? So the first one is that we're gonna be roasting with. We're gonna cut them in long pieces. I'll show you in my hand how I have them.
Cool.
Still, I have them chopped.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna be chopping right along with everyone. Remove the skin, and I don't know if you were looking on our Facebook page, but we did a post about veggie stock and how you can have a zero-waste kitchen and do small things like constructing your own veggie stock out of veggie waste. So when I'm chopping my onions, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do it long ways. I'm gonna chop. Are you able to see me? Okay. And whenever it's like this, I always turn it to the side and it gives me another even cut.
Oh, cool.
And I picked red onions because it gives it colors. As you see, all of your ingredients are vibrant, and it makes you think of like what a summer garden looks like. And so I only did that to half of the onion, and I put it to the side. Please be careful with how you're handling your knives.
Yeah.
So if the onion, okay.
We got some crying.
Is that Micah?
Yeah.
So here's a trick. If onions make you cry, before you go ahead and start chopping your onions, run it under cold water.
Oh, don't rub your eye, Micah.
Yeah. Don't rub your eyes.
After touching the onion, especially.
Yeah.
So if you want to put that onion under cold water.
Okay. And it also helps to have a very sharp knife.
Yeah.
You okay, Micah?
I'm gonna go and wash my eye out for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Good idea.
Okay. Hopefully he's gonna come back. Did he leave the room?
I'm not sure. Let me see here.
I think he just muted his.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
His
still
video.
here. He's still
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I think he's just rinsing his eye.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, so sometimes onions make us cry, and but what I found is sometimes I can run my onions under cold water, and it takes away the things with that. I worked in kitchens for forever, and between prepping onions and peeling potatoes, I was like, okay, I'm over it.
And it looks like Micah has an assistant who's covering him while he's gone.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so the next one is going to be the broccolini. So far we've started chopping our red onions. Now we're going to move to the broccolini or broccoli. And what I did was broccolini can be kind of massive, but we can make them, a little smaller by just chopping them. I cook here at the co-op for the whole staff. So what you see on mine is not going to be true to the recipe because I'm cooking for a number of folks. But what I have is, I have them about this size.
Cool.
And how many people have cooked with broccolini before? Is it some folks' first time?
Seeing a number of hands.
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
half.
I love broccolini. I also like to steam it and make it like pasta instead of using noodles like pasta.
And Tara, you're just raising your hand that you use broccolini, or do you have a question?
Just that I've used broccolini.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Thanks, Tara.
I was excited when this has really been fun because I wasn't at the farmer's market on Wednesday. So when a lot of folks were coming in and shopping, I was actually in the store. So it was really cool to help some folks navigate through the co-op.
Awesome. Thank you.
And we have these signs that say community cooking with the co-op, the items, which seems to be a huge hit. So
Yeah, it's a great idea.
It's a huge hit for those of us who are not co-op as familiar as we should be.
Awesome. Thanks
And
for the feedback. Micah, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was sorry. I was rinsing out my eyes out. How do we cut the broccolini again?
So the broccolini, how we're just prepping the broccolini. So I cut off the bottom stems and they're about this long.
Okay.
And how's your eyes doing?
They're okay.
Good,
Okay.
good.
All right. Maxine, did you have a question?
I wanted to know whether you cut the stems off the broccolini, but you just answered that.
Okay.
Good question.
I'm cutting. Then do we throw them away? There's no use for them?
If you want it, so I'm adding mine to my veggie stock. So you can, the rest of you do not have to use the whole broccolini.
Okay.
Okay. I'll save them for the chickens.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look at that. Well, the cool thing about this is, I don't know if folks are familiar, but the co-op has community compost bins outside. So any of this, anything that we use tonight is gonna go for the veggie stock. And then whatever is it goes straight to compost. So no food actually goes to the trash can.
Love it.
So now we have the onions prep, the broccolini prep, and now let's start looking at the corn.
All right.
So how I did my corn is that I have this bowl, right? I have a bowl, and after I filled my corn, I put the corn standing up. Well, I think you may need to go.
All right, we'll go to the other one.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
So I have it just like this, and I have my hand right here, and I have the knife to the side of it. So it's in a bowl, standing up. I've already chucked it, and everything that is going to be cut off the corn goes straight to the bowl.
Awesome.
So that way you don't have kernels like flying everywhere and all of that.
Yeah.
Stuff, you know.
Great idea.
So now I have, and have anyone ever roasted corn like this? It's delicious.
Tara's clapping, so I'm assuming she has.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah. I mean, especially like for soups, if you want to put them into soups and things, roasted corn is just always a go-to.
Yum.
And so for my squash, I have already prepped it, but this is how I sliced mine. And I didn't make big cuts because we're layering the vegetables. So this is how mine looks. And then I cut them really thin, but I made them even.
Mr. Micah, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, for the corn, which knife should I use to cut it?
So let's look at the knife. Which knife have you been using? Because you don't really need a big knife for you.
I've just been using this one.
Okay, that works. That works. But so Micah, as you're doing it, hold your hand up. Can you put it back on the camera? So what you're gonna do is you wanna hold your hand like this.
Okay.
At the top, and then put it down. Is your corn sitting in anything?
It's like sitting in the bowl.
Oh,
Okay,
good.
so use that to kind of hold it down.
Down.
And then cut down, yes. And you cut away from yourself, right?
Put the skinny side down.
Okay. And take your time. There's no need to rush.
Yeah. And make sure to keep the knife below your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, there, yeah, good.
Yeah, you're doing it.
You got it. Good job. There he goes.
All right.
Good job, Micah.
And you just, now Micah, once you get down to the bottom, you just spin it and you do the same thing. But make sure you're paying attention where your hands are and how you're going down on the side of the corn, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Using extreme caution all the way.
Hey, you're awesome, buddy.
Good job, Micah.
Is my mic still?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Micah.
Are we cutting up both zucchinis?
Yeah, so you have one zucchini and one squash, right? One green, one yellow?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Yep, you just cut one and one.
Sitka added that you can save the corn cob for soup as well.
Yeah. Oh, corn chowder.
Yum.
I was actually looking at this recipe where someone was making sweet corn ice cream, and they did a reduction with the corn cob as well to give it a little bit more flavor, which was awesome. It was
Nice.
it was making me hungry. So now we're gonna go towards the tomatoes, slicing the heirloom tomatoes. And so I got a huge heirloom tomato, by the way, but they just make me excited. I think of making a sandwich every time I walk past.
Oh yeah, they're
But
awesome.
this is how I slice mine. And so these are also being roasted as well.
Cool.
Does anyone have any questions?
I think Cheyenne, did you have a question?
No, I was just showing off these amazing heirloom tomatoes I got.
Those
at
are
the
pretty
farmer's market.
sweet.
Nice.
Like this is formidable. This is like weighs like
I think I bought from the same guy yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't even make it to the front. Now, there's never a Wednesday that I don't. Hey, Micah, you okay? Okay.
Mine's bigger. Look at that. It fills my whole hand.
Oh, that is a good one. I never thought we'd have an heirloom competition.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one. Yeah. Oh, look at that one.
Oh, Karina's got a nice one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Around this time last year, we did a cornbread fritter with tzatziki
Oh,
sauce.
Sika's
and
got a basket full of tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Little ones. Sweet 100s.
Right.
Can you show close up how you slice the tomato, please?
Yeah.
How many?
Going over.
Oh, so this is how I have mine, just like a regular sandwich slice.
Okay,
And I'm about this thin.
okay, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Good question.
Michael, did you have a question?
I think Penn has a question.
Okay.
Oh, just how many pans are you using to roast the vegetables?
I'm only using one cookie sheet, one pan. Everything is going in one.
Everything.
Oh, cool.
Because it seems kind of crowded.
Big pan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you how I do it. Now,
Awesome.
if I come to a dinner party, I'm always sign me up for the roast beef. Always.
There's the cutie. There's a big
Micah, how are you doing over there?
Look, Gracie.
I just finished the corn and I'm starting on the tomato now.
Okay.
All right. Did you see how he sliced the tomato?
Yeah, like sandwich slices.
Yep. Perfect. Good job.
Karina, did you have a question?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I don't know how to. I have to adjust to cooking in our travel trailers where we live over here in Lakeside. And so I just use a toaster oven. I've got my little cookie sheet. So I'm kind of making a smaller version, but I've
Excellent. Make it your own, Karina. We
conquered
love it.
roasting in my little toaster oven. Yeah. It's really
Perfect.
cool.
Love it. Making it work. That's what
Make
community
it work,
cooking's
yep.
all about.
Yes. That's why you only get the ingredients, because the goal is for you to kind of get comfortable. And I love it when like I run across someone in the store and they're like, Jamar, I'm gonna add this. I already have that. Is that okay? I'm like, this is your recipe. This is your recipe. So
Yeah. Make it your own.
I've got some nice shiitake mushrooms I'm going to add to mine.
oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so how is everybody looking so far with their prep? I know, Micah, you are doing the tomatoes. Have you did the squash and the zucchini yet?
Go ahead, Micah.
I was wondering, is it okay to just like put the tomato in another bowl like we've been doing with the other ingredients?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, and then about what you were asking, I just finished with the tomato. I haven't done anything else yet.
Okay.
So that's it. So far, I have the tomato, the onion, the corn, and the broccolini.
So he's just missing the squash, right, Jamar?
Yep, the squash and the zucchini.
Zucchini. Yeah.
So you're gonna cut like coin type slices of the zucchini, Micah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good at that.
Wait, Joshua, did Micah mention the onion? Oh, okay, cool. No, you're good, Micah.
Okay.
This is exciting because I was always the kid in the kitchen with my grandmother and my mom. So this is really awesome to see how he's just like taking.
Yeah, I'm so happy Micah joined us. Go ahead, Maxine. You're muted.
I don't think she knows. There we go.
Good. Okay. Do we peel the zucchini?
No.
Do we use both the yellow and the green?
Yes. Yes.
And do we use all of the broccolini?
So the recipe calls for a cup. And that calls for a cup.
Recipe. Okay, a cup of broccolini. All right.
Yep. Good question. Go ahead, Micah.
Thank you.
Do you have another question?
Oh yeah. He said cut the squash like coins. I was like, can you cut both the zucchini and the squash like coins?
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, you see his slices?
Okay. Yeah.
Just like
Thanks.
that. Good question.
So while everyone is at this point, now we're going to start building our actual pan for roast.
A roasting pan.
Yes, the roasting pan. So what I always do is I go all over the place a little bit, making sure everything has contact with the parchment paper. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in my zucchini.
Hey, Jamar, can you say something so your screen becomes the dominant one?
Yeah. Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Jamie. I was trying to mute a couple people, but I couldn't figure out where all the sound was coming from.
No problem. So what I did was I have the broccolini on both ends, and then in the inside, I am starting to layer my squash on one side, my zucchini, and then I'll put my tomato around as well.
I think Karina has a question.
Karina?
Oh, thanks, Joshua. Oh, unmute, Karina. Sorry, I had to mute you.
If you use olive oil in the baking process.
Yeah, we're going to drizzle olive oil over it, over time.
Okay.
Good question.
I might drizzle a little bit in between because I've got a smaller pan.
Okay, that works.
Good idea.
Thank you.
So do we set up our vegetables like Jamar is doing?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Do you have your pan ready?
Not yet. I'm still slicing the zucchini and squash.
Okay, cool.
We're not gonna leave you.
Yeah. No chef left behind, Micah. Just keep slicing.
That is a rule. And so with the onions, I'm pour my onions on top of everything.
This turned into a work of art here.
That's
rainbow colors.
That's why you always want me to bring the roasted vegetables. I may get there a little late, but I will have something with me.
But it looks like it'd be well worth it. Nice.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
So,
I have a question.
Yeah, what's that?
So do we have the garlic with other vegetables, or do we use that now, like in the lasagna or?
Micah, you're breaking up a little.
Do we use the garlic now with all the other fresh vegetables?
No, we haven't got to the garlic yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
not yet,
Yeah,
not
just wanted to make sure.
Good question.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out what is it, Jamar, you have in the very center? You've got onions.
The corn.
oh, in the center, I have corn.
Okay, thank you.
Good question.
Are you able to see?
There you go.
You guys see that? Thank you, Jamar. Looks lovely.
So now I am going to go ahead and start drizzling. I'm going to drizzle over olive oil. You don't necessarily need too much because of the parchment paper. It kind of will soak. You don't want your vegetables just to be sitting in grease. So I'm just putting just a little bit of olive oil just for flavor.
Okay, so I'm wondering if we were keeping things separate because we're going to layer them later and that just makes it easier. Does that make sense? Like, did you hear that?
Oh,
Did you hear that, Jamar?
Were we keeping things separate?
Were we keeping things separate on the cookie sheet so that when we layer it, it's just easier to, you know, transfer?
Yeah. So like what I did was like my tomatoes are on top. That kind of, because I'm gonna put the tomatoes on the top layer of the lasagna. But like the corn, I wanted it all to kind of cook the same way. And so that's why I'm kind of spacing out and making sure that everything is cooked all the way through. Because we're roasting everything at the same time, at the same temp.
Okay, I'm silly and just like.
Hey, it's okay.
No, that's a good question.
So, I mean, do you remember when we were making cornbread fritters? It's like we improvise in the kitchen, okay? You know,
I'm just so used to like throw it all on the cookie sheet, shove it in.
Hey, and that's okay. You can do that. You can do that.
Yep. Micah, did you have another question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, if you could get avocado instead of the.
Yep. You can use avocado oil instead of olive oil.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
So now that I have drizzled my olive oil over my vegetables that I'm going to be roasting, now I'm going to go ahead and start adding I'm going to put smoked paprika over the top, and then I'm going to add a little salt and a little black pepper. Now the black pepper is always the taste because some folks, you don't necessarily may not need you may not need salt. But I always am kind of mindful when it comes to like, well, you have to put this exact amount of salt because everybody's diet is a little bit different.
So Jamar, after the olive oil, you're doing paprika and what else?
Yeah, paprika, salt, and pepper.
Okay, thank you.
And it's a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika.
All right, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika.
Or a tablespoon if you're like me.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
Love that paprika.
I love smoked paprika.
Oh.
And smoked paprika is like, yeah, it's one of my best friends.
Yes.
Aside from cumin.
Jamar uses both often.
I do. I love it. So the cool thing with the this time is when folks were coming to the co-op and getting their spices, they had to use the bowl. Last time I kind of bagged up the seasonings, but this time you actually got a full experience. And down to the olive oil as well, you know. So if you are shopping and you're like, well, I need to get olive oil, it's always going to be inexpensive to shop bulk. So there's always bulk options, and we have those as well.
And you can just buy what you need.
Yeah.
And it's less waste too, right? Like you can reuse your container, make sure it's clean when you go in, but I love doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much more
Love the co-op.
sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is pretty.
So. How's everybody doing? I know there's like bachata music going on outside, and I'm like, do I need to do bachata?
I'm seeing some thumbs up.
Okay. Micah, how are you? Have you built your board yet? This clock is wrong in here.
I don't see Micah. Oh wait, there he is. I think he might have got kicked out and came back.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
My clock is wrong, and so I'm still thinking that my clock is reading 5:30. All right. All right.
I have 6:06. Micah, you okay?
6:06.
No, it's like, oh yeah, no, it's still 5:30. No time. It's still 5:30. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start add my roasted vegetables to my oven. The oven is already preheating at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna put it in there for at least 30 minutes. While the roasted vegetables are roasting, now we're gonna start building our sauce, and we're gonna start actually boiling our water for our lasagna pasta.
Cool. Go ahead, Micah. We couldn't quite make that out. Try again, Micah.
See if you can type it in the chat.
Yeah, can you type it in the chat? You're breaking up and we can't hear you. Okay, thanks.
Pop it in the oven. Let that go. Timers are my best friend.
Remind me, how long, Jamar?
I'm gonna put it in there for 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
We're roasting the vegetables.
And so I'm cleaning up as I'm going, right?
Micah was asking to see the pan. He just threw it in the oven, Micah.
Oh, I can.
Hold on, he's gonna pull it out and show you real
I can
quick.
always pull it out, right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So watch the screen. Oh wait, let me mute Micah so we can see it better. Okay.
Okay. Do you see it, Micah?
Just hold it still.
Oh, sorry.
You're zigging and I'm zagging.
Micah, give us a thumbs up when you're good.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
we're good. Thanks, Jamar.
Hey, you're welcome. So now we're moving on to our sauce, which I love Bill Day because it's a Thursday and I like to keep it simple, you know? And so when I find a really, really awesome sauce, I always add to my sauces, but if I find one that gives me a really good base, then that's what I need to be doing. So I kind of keep it around. You're ready for this.
So we're gonna start on the sauce, y'all.
So we were talking about the garlic, right? Like, what do we do with our garlic? So, whenever we are, the garlic is rolling. So we always start with a base, right? So we start with a little coat of olive oil at the bottom of the pan, and then we're gonna put the other onions that we have left over. And what I did was I diced them because I'm gonna saute the onions, have them sauteing, and then I'm gonna start adding the garlic in there. And then I'm gonna reduce.
So you diced that second half of the onion?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. We got it. Thank you.
How's everybody doing?
I think we're looking good. Go ahead.
And
so
one more time, Micah.
I think you was asking. So I have a pot. How's everybody doing? So I have my pot, cutting my heat up, and then once I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my onions. I never put garlic in a hot pan first because garlic burns a little bit easily. So I always like to add a little buffer. And so I already have my onions, my red onions already diced. Now I'm gonna start working on my garlic. Peel the garlic and then chop the garlic.
And I missed it, Jamar. Did you put a little olive oil in the pan?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
Not put enough to coat the bottom.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jamar, you said 20 cloves of garlic, right?
Yes. No, just kidding.
20.
That's how much I harvested. I was like, why did I plant this much garlic?
Oh, you never have enough.
I know you can't, but
No.
so keep it going.
Good for fighting off a cold too.
There you go. And vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm only using 3 this time because I normally always put in like way more than I'm really supposed to be using.
So you're using 3, but how much should the people cooking along be using?
I use 3.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Big too.
So, are they big?
I don't know.
It's not elephant.
It's not.
They're decent size.
It's a decent size. Yeah.
So as my grease gets hot, what I'm gonna start doing is go ahead and add in my onions, my red onions.
So once your oil gets hot, we want to add the red onions, Jamar?
Yeah.
All right.
Once the oil gets hot, we're gonna add the onion.
Great.
Question, Micah?
You said add the onion. So we used the onion in the pan.
No, you use half the onion in the pan and half the onion in the sauce.
No worries. No worries. It's okay. If you use all of them, you're gonna have it in there anyway, okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't hold the pan.
Chop up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Never have enough onion either.
How's everybody doing?
I think we're doing good. And thank you all for your patience. We got a big crowd tonight.
Yeah, thank y'all. It's normally an hour, but my clock still says 5:30. So
We're almost at a quarter after.
How long do we cook those for?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. I now have my timer going as well. I think you put yours in right at when mine hit 29. Well, 28. Yeah.
And don't worry, Micah, Cheryl did the same thing with her onions. You're not alone. Thanks, Cheryl.
I don't know how many times I have been following a recipe and was like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to add that, you know, or I'll just add that in the dark. I'll just put it on the top and it's just gonna be now newly garnished, you know. It's like, we improvise. So now that as my onions are sauteing and they're starting to turn translucent, so they have like this vibrant purple color, right, when we first start chopping. And then once you start sauteing it, it starts turning a little pinkish.
One sec, Jamar. Mark had a question. He asked if there are garlic on the vegetables to roast and at what temperature. No, the garlic does not go with the roasted vegetables, but the vegetables need to be roasted for half an hour at 400 degrees.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Mm-hmm. You're only using garlic in the sauce, right, Jamar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let
Thank you, Josh.
let that saute a little bit. Now, while I am working, go ahead.
Jamar, I was just going to say, I was reading recently about how incredible garlic is for you and your health and in building antibodies. And so I'm really glad to see you using a lot of it.
Hey, always. I think the first time I don't remember the recipe we were making, and my general manager Patrick, he was like, Jamar, was that a misprint or was that really all the garlic you were doing? And I was like, actually, that's right.
It's good stuff.
And the garlic that you purchased today from the co-op was local garlic from Myrtle Glen Farm.
Oh, awesome. Micah, do you have a question?
But tell me on the sauce because I've been putting it in the oven. So I have no idea.
Micah, you're breaking up pretty bad. We can't understand you.
So you can type it in the chat. That might be the best.
Why don't you put in the chat, Micah?
Okay. Okay.
Go a little closer to the
Can you
rock.
hear me better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Just a minute. So what I was trying to say is there any way someone can fill me in on the sauce? Because I've been busy with the pan. I've been busy with the pan and putting it in the oven. So I have no idea what to do with the sauce.
Oh, we got you covered. We got you covered. So if you get a pot,
Okay.
Get you a pot first.
Okay.
And then in that pot,
Uh-huh.
what we're gonna do is start adding the onions. Now, you said earlier that you put your onions in your roasted vegetables. That's completely fine. Well, we're
It's
gonna.
okay. I didn't put all of them, and I still have half the onions left.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So now what you're gonna do is in a pot, you're gonna put a little olive oil. Well, you have avocado oil, right? Use your avocado oil, coat the bottom of the pan, and then throw the onions over on the throw your onions over in the pan, and then we're gonna start adding the garlic, okay? And we have not
Start
added
adding the what?
then we're gonna add the garlic.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, and Joshua answered your question, Mark. He said, yes, drizzle some olive oil over the vegetables, but not too much.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So now what I have, as my onions and my garlic are sauteing, now I have opened my container of pasta sauce. And I always get the roasted garlic filled in. Well, I've had all of the filled in sauces, but they're really delicious. And it's really simple. It's really simple. Everyone will think that you made your sauce like from scratch. You know, it's like it's that good. So I'm pouring my sauce over. All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cheyenne.
So Jamar, when you add your garlic in, how long are you letting it saute with those onions?
So until everything gets, well, the onions, not the onions, but when you're sauteing the red onions, right? As you are sauteing them, they turn a little translucent. Have yours reached that part yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and now I got my garlic over, and I diced my garlic, so it was getting a little brown. It was turning a little color, almost like a caramel, like it's caramelizing. And that's when I knew that it was time to pour the sauce over.
Okay. Thank you.
Great
Hey,
question.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And so the seasonings for the sauce the seasoning for the sauce, and I'm gonna reduce my heat. I'm gonna reduce my heat because I just want it to simmer. I don't want it to be boiling. I just want to kind of like turn it down so that way it can just heat and marry. But the seasonings that I have are going to be, I'm doing a half a teaspoon of thyme, cumin, smoked paprika. And then after we add the seasonings, then I would suggest that everyone taste their sauce once it gets a little hotter. So that way you will know if you need to add salt or not.
You can go ahead and just unmute, Micah. You don't have to raise your hand each time.
Okay, thanks. How much oil do I put in the bottom of the pan?
Oh, maybe a tablespoon.
About a tablespoon, Micah, enough to coat the bottom.
Okay. And then add the garlic on top.
And then the onions, and once the onions start sauteing, then you're gonna add your garlic, okay?
Good question.
This on the stove. Do I just do a counter or do I do it on the stove?
You'll be doing it on a burner because you want to heat your oil.
Oh, so like I have it on the burner from the beginning, or do I do everything and then put it on the burner?
Have it on the burner from the beginning.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and then when your oil gets hot, add the onions, and then when the onions start to cook, then you're going to add the garlic.
Hey, you're gonna be telling all your friends that you made lasagna.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
You'll be the cool kid at school.
And you are, if you already aren't.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm gonna let my sauce heat up now. As my sauce is reducing, I have my vegetables are roasted. Now I'm gonna move into the lasagna.
All right.
So the lasagna that we have is 100% organic. And some folks were in the co-op and they were like, well, Jamar, I'm gluten-free. We also had a gluten-free option as well. And then some folks, yep, yes. So the cool thing about this is you get to make it your own. So if we don't have the gluten-free lasagna, you can always use like penne or any type of pasta.
Yep.
It's almost like a baked ziti. But so the recipe is gonna call for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna use 5 of these, but I'll throw in an extra 6. So as
but our cooks want to use 5 sheets.
Excuse me.
But everybody cooking along should use about 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what I'm doing is I have my water. So
someone up towards the front. Sorry.
Hey, the store is open and people are talking. So what we're doing now is when it comes to us boiling water, one of the things that I love is to salt the water like the sea. So I am adding a little bit of salt to my water. I'm gonna bring it to a boil. So that means bring out another pot, fill it up with some water, and then salt it like the sea, because that's where we get our flavor from. And then we can drizzle a little olive oil so that way the pasta doesn't stick together.
Cool.
Cool thing about it is that I'm with it already.
Yeah, you're already boiled.
Anybody have any questions?
And we're cooking to al dente. So the cool thing, one thing about pasta is that after you strain it, it still is cooking because it's hot. And so after we boil it and we cook it to al dente, what we're gonna do is drop it in some cold water just to stop the cooking process. And then we'll start layering our bowl, our lasagna.
Cool.
And I'm using a cast iron skillet. one of my favorites. If you don't have one of these, it's really good. They make the best pancakes, the best French toast.
Yeah. I have 3 skillets.
You brought that from home,
I
didn't
have
you?
a small one.
Uh-huh.
I have a small one, a medium, and an extra large for tortillas.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I love tortillas
Yeah.
and you know.
Yeah.
I have like 6 or 7 or 8 cast iron skillets.
Oh wow.
No shortage in Tara's kitchen.
Yeah.
But I also use 20 pieces of garlic, so you know.
Oh,
All right.
now the 20 pieces of garlic. I'm gonna have to taste your garlic.
Talk about intense.
Right. Hey, that's really good. It's like garlic promote almost where they put it in a pan with olive oil covering all of the cloves of garlic and they roast it in the oven. And by that time, you literally you literally can squeeze the garlic out and just put it on top of some toast and it's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm doing.
I knew Tara would
Actually,
like that.
Yeah.
I already have a bunch like that in my fridge. Just
That's what you're snacking on before you eat your lasagna with 20 cloves, right?
Shh, don't tell my secrets, Paul.
I'll tell your secrets. I won't. As long as you share with me, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamar, I have to say that I questioned using canned or bottled or jarred sauce because sometimes I'm a bit of a purist, but dang, this stuff is good.
I was the same way. You know, I'm like, okay, well, we can just make it from scratch, but you know, sometimes I don't always have the capacity during the week to make sauce from scratch. You know.
I have a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, Micah.
So how do you cut the garlic? Because I just have the little clove here, but
how do you cut the garlic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, peel.
Yeah, so you peel the garlic, and how I do it, I turn the knife on the side. Sometimes if you have easy peel, it helps, but like this one is a little, and it takes the fun away from like slamming it on the. So what I do is I peel it, put it on the side, and smash, and there we have it. We have garlic for days.
okay.
And you can just keep going, but be careful. When you're using your knife, you don't necessarily have to use a huge knife like me. Are
you just smashing it or are you cutting it too?
Oh, I was smashing it first, and then once Micah finishes, then we're gonna cut it for him.
Cool.
And then I can add another clove of garlic in my.
Yeah.
You see how the garlic is the gift that keeps on giving, right?
We know Tara approves of that.
So, how is everyone's hey? Is everyone hi? Sorry about that. Is everyone pasta water boiling? Have you already added your pasta into it? Okay.
Yep. Looking good.
Thumbs up. Yeah. Going mobile.
Yeah, thank you for going mobile. Okay, so mine, I'm moving it around.
Is that the same pot as the onion?
No, you're gonna boil your pasta in a different pot.
Okay, so we have one pot for your pasta and one pot for the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, one for the sauce and one to boil the pasta.
So you're gonna need a total of.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jamar.
You're gonna need a total of, so you have 2 pots. 1 pot is gonna be for your pasta sauce, where you're already sauteing your onions and your garlic in, right? So if you've hit that part, go ahead and pour your pasta sauce already over in there. Have you did that yet?
I'm just about to add the garlic.
Okay. So once you add the garlic, then once you saute that, go ahead and add your tomato sauce into it. And once you do that, then we'll move to the other thing, okay?
Okay, and then how much tomato sauce do I add?
Oh, you can use the whole jar.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for asking those questions, but once you add tomato sauce, then we'll go into another thing, okay? In the kitchen, sometimes we have to remember to just keep it simple. Because even me, I'm like, oh, I have like 5 pots going, Jamar, so I also have to be reminded of that, especially when it comes to cooking on a Sunday. Okay. So now my timer says 6 minutes for my roasted vegetables. So
Go ahead, Maxine.
What are we doing with the red pepper?
Red pepper.
Is there a red pepper, Jamar?
Now my smoke alarm's going off.
no, there's no red pepper. I'm like,
well, I have one anyway. And I need the measurements again for the cumin and whatever else goes in the sauce.
So in the sauce, we're doing a half teaspoon of cumin, thyme, and smoked paprika.
How much smoked paprika?
A half. So it's even parts.
Half teaspoon of each.
Okay. I'm sorry, I somehow didn't get the recipe.
Hey, you're okay. You don't have to apologize.
Okay.
We'll get it.
So I'm pulling my lasagna because it's ready. It's al dente, and I'm gonna strain it and make sure that you drop it in cold water. Okay.
Okay. So when your pasta is al dente, make sure to drop it in some cold water so it doesn't stick.
Oh, there's something about pasta water that is like so exciting.
Is ground thyme okay?
Ground thyme, go ahead. That's
yeah.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay, so and then I don't think I have any smoked paprika. I think I only have like normal paprika.
Okay, well, if anything, because smoked paprika and regular paprika are a little different, you don't have to use, you can bypass the paprika.
Okay, so wait, so I don't use normal paprika?
Nope.
No, just leave the paprika out.
Yeah, you can just use the cumin and then the thyme. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right, so we're only using 5 sheets of the lasagna?
Yep.
Okay. So make sure.
Good question.
Have you already started boiling your pasta?
No, because my burner's taking forever.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay.
That's all right.
I'm behind, but I figured other people are too. So.
Yep, no worries.
How long do we cook the pasta?
So I would say cook it into al dente, but I brought mine to a boil first.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, good question.
So as of now, we have our sauce simmering, right? We have our pasta that we just pulled out. Our roasted vegetables are on literally 3 minutes. This is coming together perfectly. And then we'll start actually layering our lasagna, and then the mozzarella is just hanging out because we have not with there yet. I'm always excited when I see mozzarella. Just want to let everyone know that. It's like between mozzarella and feta, and smoked Gouda and goat cheese. There's a couple others, but those are my top 4.
Yeah. And Cheyenne, Stacy thinks your baby's very cute.
Does anyone have a tip for opening the jar?
So turn it to the side, turn it upside down. Give it a old little pop, pop, pop. I'm gonna do mine. So turn
Watch
it like
Jamar.
this, go like this. Okay, you heard that pop? Turn it like this. Okay, see if you can turn. If you might. You have a towel?
Yeah.
You just need something to help you kind of get grip. Uh-huh.
Are you getting a better grip?
Oh, hang on. Am I even turning? Okay, right.
Micah, you have a trick? Okay. I thought she raised her hand. You got
Is
it?
he trying to get his pasta jar open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hit it on the
Oh, wait,
sides of the
got
top with the
Oh, good job. You got it. Thanks, Cheyenne. Woo.
And then I just go and add this all to the pot with
Uh-huh.
the onions and the garlic.
Yep.
Exactly.
This is I'll hang out with y'all on a Thursday any day.
At least once a month.
At least once a month. But I think I'm gonna start venturing into community yoga.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm at 39. I'm gonna check on my roasted vegetables.
How do we know when our vegetables are done, Jamar?
I'm pulling mine out right now. We all put ours in at the same time.
Nice. Is everything just slightly browned?
The broccolini always cooks a little bit, but that's where we get our crunch.
Oh, right. Nice.
So do we have do we do something with the mozzarella yet?
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Micah, what you can do is go ahead and get your pot. Get your pots and go ahead and add the water so you can start boiling your pasta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Go ahead, Suzanne.
Hey, I think we're about 5 minutes behind with our veggies, just.
Okay.
No problem. I don't think you're alone.
Okay.
No worries.
We'll get there.
No worries.
Do I need a super big pot or just enough to hold like the water and the noodles?
Yes, the water and the noodles. You don't need a huge pot.
Oh, so I don't need like a huge pot?
I use this size.
Okay.
I hope not, Jamie.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, Micah, put enough water in your pot so you can boil 5 sheets of lasagna.
And how's everybody on their vegetables?
I'm getting thumbs up. I know Suzanne and Alex have a few minutes to go on
We
there.
have about 4 minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
And have you peeked at them?
What was that, Jamar?
Have you peeked at your vegetables? Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I always peek. My mom always close my oven door. Not a chance. Mike, do you have a question?
Oh, I was just saying mine has about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
Good. Excellent.
That's awesome. So in your pot with your water, go ahead and put that to a boil, and you're gonna sprinkle some salt and then drizzle some avocado oil over it. Okay.
Okay, and then with the spices, do I put them in the sauce with the
In the sauce.
lasagna?
In the sauce.
Yeah, put your cumin and your thyme in your sauce.
Yes. Okay, so everyone that has taken their vegetables out, what we're gonna start doing is doing the layering. So I always, and I know folks are not done with the vegetables, but we're not leaving you behind, okay? We're gonna be hanging out. So I always just put a little sauce at the bottom of my pan, just to coat the bottom.
So just enough on the bottom of your pan to coat it.
And I'm gonna go ahead and start layering.
Mm. So it looks like one layer of lasagna and then some more sauce.
Then I'm gonna start bringing my own vegetables over.
Oh, all right.
Whoa, that's hot. It's okay. I got chef hands. So I'm gonna mix my vegetables up. And the tomato, it looks amazing. Okay.
Wow.
Hello. Mix them up, and now I'm gonna start layering.
Yeah.
Very cool. Dang, that is some lasagna, I tell you.
Hey, Jamar, can you say something so it goes to you?
Yes. You hear me? Can you hear me? Now, I'm gonna move it around. The layer. I'm pushing it down because you want the size of the sauce to kind of rise up the size of your pan. Layer. I gotta get every little bit.
So this looks essentially like layer 2.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Did we do any cheese yet?
No, the cheese is gonna go on the very top.
Okay.
Stands alone.
Yes. The mozz.
Wow, that's hearty.
Wow. All of my sauce is gonna go on top.
Looks like folks want to leave a little sauce for the top, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So the cool thing about the lasagna pasta, that when we put it back in the oven, the things that are on the sides are gonna get a little crunchy and a little, but
So do we turn off the oven now that our do we turn off the oven now that
no, we're gonna pop our, leave it on, and we're gonna pop our lasagna in the oven.
wait, you put the skillet in the
Yeah.
oh Okay.
Do you have a skillet you can put in the oven?
I have like everything in my sauce. My sauce is almost my new everything's done except for the veggies, which I have. But I'm not to the point where I put everything in and stuff like that. But I have one.
Okay. And do you have a skillet you can put in the oven?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that.
Good, good.
And your pasta should be coming with clothes. Ooh.
What?
Your pasta should be boiling right now, right?
Okay.
He's checking.
And I see, Suzanne, how is your veggies?
They smell so good, and we're layering now. So
Awesome.
yeah, we're
And
just
remember to save a little, because one, with the roasted vegetables, you already have moisture in there. So just remember to save a little bit of sauce. You may not have to like put so much into it, but just remember to have some just for the top of the lasagna, okay?
okay.
And so now time for the mozzarella. So I have a ball of mozzarella and I'm just gonna make thin slices.
So thin round slices of the mozzarella.
Yes. We love mozzarella.
Okay, I just put the pasta in.
Okay. Once the pasta gets al dente, everything should be ready. So right now, you should have your sauce ready. You should have your vegetables out of the oven. So, and reduce.
Just a minute.
Okay, you got it.
So Paul and Jamar, I have a question.
Yeah.
I know that this was just supposed to be for July and August, but some of us might not have realized that it was July, and so we only got to do this in August. Is there any chance you're going to do like a September edition of this?
Well, we do community cooking every month, but we're trying to figure out if I have enough grant money left over to provide vouchers. That's what I'm not sure about.
Well, the vouchers were super cool, and I loved seeing all of the tags. Jamar was right. I might have been the only one that said anything about that, but it was great. So kudos. And I really, really, really love having young people learn to cook. So this has been amazing for me.
Yes, very cool. Good job, Micah. You can just unmute, Micah. Thanks, Tara.
Is it normal for the mozzarella to be really squishy?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's a squishy cheese. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the best quality. So now what I have done is I have my mozzarella going around, and I have enough right here. And then I even have some left over. Alan, would you like some mozzarella?
Yeah.
Give that man a snack.
I'll take my mask off for that. Oh, I love mozzarella.
Yeah.
I love cheese.
Okay, so Micah, how is yours looking? Cheyenne, how is your water? How's your pasta going?
Everything's good. I'm right where you are, actually.
Okay.
I think it's pretty good. How soft should it be?
As far as your pasta?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
Al dente. So once it starts going like this, once it starts moving, it's perfect. Yeah. And if you want to get a bowl of cold water, cold water. So once you strain your pasta over, pour your pasta in the water, in the cold water, so that way you can stop it from cooking. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Cool.
How's everybody with their pasta, with the lasagna? Have you layered it already?
Oh,
I'm
nice,
super
Karina.
excited about this.
Okay.
We're just getting the last layer of sauce on and gonna put the cheese on now.
Okay, perfect.
I think everybody's working on it right now, Jamar.
Okay. So I'm gonna let mine hang out until once everybody's ready, we'll pop it in the oven for 15 minutes.
Cool. Awesome job, everyone.
Oh, this is awesome.
That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
I have a question. Is the oven still supposed to be at 400 for 15 minutes or is it different?
We're gonna pop it in the oven at 400 degrees for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. Good question, Stacy. Wow.
It looks like it's dancing.
I like your skillet, Jamar.
Hey, thank you. Do you have a cash check? Because I can get you one. I know people.
We might talk later.
Okay. That is a yes.
I have to teach him how to take care of it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Definitely.
I would definitely need those
I
instructions.
can type up directions and instructions.
Cool.
My pot is ready.
Awesome. Do you have your skillet in which you're gonna start layering your lasagna in?
Okay. So first should I like drain it, put it in the water?
Yeah. So you strain your pasta. Put it in the water.
Okay.
Water. Okay, and then strain it again, and we'll put it in the empty so that way it's not so wet. And then we'll move into our layering your lasagna in the, why did I keep saying pasta? Layering your lasagna in your skillet to go back into the oven. Okay? How's everybody doing? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. All right.
We're looking pretty good out there, Jamar.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put it back in the oven for 15 minutes. And I can do the timing.
So if everybody, for those of you that have your skillets ready, go ahead and put it back in the 400-degree oven for 15 minutes.
Okay. This is bubbles over.
And if you're putting them in at the same time as Jamar, he's got your timer covered. Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm gonna be, while that's in the oven, is everybody at that point yet? Okay, all right. And I'm timing for everyone. So don't worry about it.
We're keeping them busy tonight, Jamar.
I have to say though, everything else in the universe is canceled. So I appreciate that we can do this and pretend like we're hanging out with people. You know?
Definitely. It's good to see everyone. Good point, Jamie.
Honestly, we were just talking about like how busy the week has been. It's kind of like we looked up and it's Thursday, and now I'm like, oh, okay. With my friends tonight, we're gonna get through this. And yeah. So this was perfect, especially in a world where everything is kind of getting canceled. And this is why community cooking with the co-op exists.
Yeah.
What prompted it, you know? So
we can always connect here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering when this started. I mean, I know I heard about it last summer, I think, but how long have you guys been doing this?
June was our 1-year anniversary.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So we've done about 15 of them so far. I think this would be 15, right?
Yeah, it would be.
And you guys been going strong that whole time every month?
Oh yeah.
That's
Thanks to you
awesome.
guys.
We've even did like some fun giveaways where we like sent off coffee. I think we mailed, and we like one of the people we mailed coffee all the way to California, which was cool.
Yes, we did.
Wait, you roasted coffee?
We mailed coffee, so we had I forget which one it was, but we mailed it. We had everybody that showed up got a pound of Cafe Mom coffee.
Nice. That's awesome.
So October will be, stick around because it's National Co-op Month in October, so we're gonna be doing some cool, fun stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Which month
I
is
love
Co-op
it.
month?
October,
Oh, okay, cool.
and it's actually National Non-GMO Month as well. So.
Awesome.
Both good things.
Definitely.
Good things, yes. So I'm at 12/12. Make a wish, everyone. Wait, it's 11/11. Well, 12/12. Still make a wish. All right, and I am cleaning up my space.
Micah, how you doing?
So my pasta just came out. And
Did you put it in cold water?
yeah, I put it in cold water, again, it's cold, nice coffee.
All right, are you ready to start making your skillet?
Yeah, let me just grab.
So the simplest way to kind of go to the bill, make it have your pasta in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, I have my skillet. What do I do?
Is it?
Get your pasta
If you go
sauce
into
and
it,
your
I'll get-
vegetables.
So pasta sauce, vegetables.
Yeah, I was just wondering if he has something that can go into the oven.
Oh, yeah.
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 All right.
So what may be the simplest way to kind of build your lasagna is to bring all of your stuff, your items that you're using, and lay it out in front of you, kind of like a almost, an assembly line.
Yeah, Tara, please go eat. Thank you. If you can, send us pictures, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my pasta sauce.
Okay. So you got your pasta sauce, you have your lasagna, and now you're gonna get your skillet. Get your skillet. Okay, so on the bottom of your skillet, you're gonna add a little sauce to it. Add a little sauce.
Okay.
Just like a little layer of sauce on the bottom of the skillet. Not too much.
Not too much. Yeah.
Cheryl, you're cooking the skillet for 15 minutes. Theodore was asking if rosemary would do well with this.
Why not?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, why not?
Not a lot.
Because rosemary, like a little bit goes a long way. It's for, and if you
Jamar?
yeah.
Is this like what it should look like?
Yes, perfect.
Good job.
Perfect. Now go ahead and start putting your noodles. You're gonna put maybe 3.
Yeah, make 1 layer of noodles, maybe 3 sheets.
Careful.
And Tara said you're doing a fabulous job, Micah.
You're gonna add a little bit more sauce.
But not all of it. You want to save some for the end.
Perfect. Now add your roasted vegetables. Just a little bit of roasted vegetables.
Okay. Just a minute.
So Jamar, in this layer, should he use about half of his vegetables?
I would say just half of them. Yeah. Half of your vegetables.
Okay.
Okay. And then after that, you're gonna put another layer of noodles.
Okay, hang on.
No rush. Take your time. No rush.
So Micah, once you have half of your vegetables on there, you're gonna add the rest of your pasta, another layer.
Okay. Broccoli.
Yeah.
Linda said, so pretty. This is so fun. Thanks, Linda.
So fun.
I don't have my glasses on.
Jamar, Theodore had a question. He's asking what would be a good substitute for the onions.
Do you like leeks?
Leek, yeah. Leek, milder.
You like leeks, Theodore?
Shallot?
Was that a yes?
Shallot.
Yes, I like leeks.
Yeah, so leeks would be a good alternative.
Or shallot.
Uh-huh.
So, for my pan, it should look like.
Okay. Did you add the sauce? Any more sauce over?
Over the vegetables?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Did you finish? Did you use all of your pasta?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you use all of your pasta?
Not yet. I did the first layer of sauce, the layer of pasta, another layer of sauce, and vegetables, and now I'm at next layer of sauce.
Okay. And then you're gonna put your lasagna pasta over the top.
Okay.
Awesome. Your next layer is gonna be the pasta, and then you're gonna add your roasted vegetables. All of your roasted vegetables should go on the top of it now. You should be completely out of those.
Okay.
Pasta.
Okay.
Jamar, does he put a little more sauce on this layer of pasta?
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
You're welcome, Theodore.
My timer has 5 minutes.
Cool.
Okay. And then the rest of my vegetables.
Yes, the rest of your vegetables.
Yep.
Okay. And then you're gonna put the rest of the sauce. How's everybody else doing? Has anybody peeked in their oven yet?
I think a number of people have their skillets in the oven. Yeah.
And that was cool.
Lots of thumbs.
I just have to say, this is like so much less intimidating than normal lasagna, because I guess every recipe I've ever done with lasagna is like the giant baking dish, you know, and this is so much less work. I like it.
Yeah, I can only do those on the weekend.
Yeah.
And for me, it's me and my dad, so I have to kind of be mindful. And so if ever I make something, I always make it to where I can remix it if there's leftovers tomorrow.
Mm.
So like tonight, that's like, this is the main entree. Then tomorrow, it can be accompanied with a salad, you know?
Yeah. Yep.
Joelle
Yeah,
said
and-
thank you. Oh, Joelle said thank you. Followed along pretty well due to some early prep, and she added mushrooms.
Okay.
Micah, did you put sauce over your vegetables, the last of your sauce?
I was just about to do that.
Go for
And
it.
then you want to add your cheese after that.
Okay, so should I use the rest of my sauce?
Yep, use all
Yep.
of the sauce.
Put the rest of the sauce right on the top.
Someone asked, has it been 15 minutes yet?
Oh, no,
That's like-
it's 2:48. Hasn't been 15 minutes just yet.
Okay.
At least I didn't say it's only 5:30.
My timer went off, so we're gonna go, but this was awesome, and I'm definitely
Take
gonna
a photo.
Yeah, take photos, email them to us. Thanks, Cheyenne.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, and welcome back.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Jamar,
Yes.
so my grandma wants to know how long until this will be like ready to eat.
So
I just finished putting this on.
Did you put your cheese on top?
Get your mozzarella out.
So
Okay, so how long does it take to cook in the oven?
15 minutes. Sorry, Jamar.
Okay, so 15 minutes. So probably maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah.
No, once you get your cheese on there and put it in the oven, it's only gonna be about 15 minutes.
Okay. See, open this. How do you open cheese?
So if you you see the
I
corner,
think you found it.
and then you just go, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Hang on, I need to wipe my hands off.
Good idea. Good.
Oh wait, oh there we go.
You got it.
You have scissors?
Micah, do you have any scissors? Micah?
Oh, that looks awesome. That looks awesome. Oh my gosh, Stacy, that looks awesome.
Wait, let me see, Stacy. I missed it. Nice. Very cool. Email us, please.
So my timer just went off.
Did you get your cheese open, Micah?
Yeah. I opened up to get oh, this is a lot more solid than I imagined. Okay. So cheese is out.
Did you see how Jamar sliced it?
Yeah.
So go ahead and carefully slice your mozzarella. Ooh, that looks good, Jamar. Nice job, Karina. With a toaster oven.
Could Jamar say something so we can see his?
Yeah. You see it? Do you see it? I just pulled mine out of the oven.
Beautiful.
Once you slice your mozzarella, you put it on top. How does it taste? You just tasted your cheese.
He's been tasting all night.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Like that?
Yep. Good job, Micah. Now you're gonna put that in the 400-degree oven for 15 minutes.
Okay, got it. Ooh.
Oh, good job, Suzanne and Alex. Oh, that's beautiful.
Good.
Very nice.
That's good.
Beautiful. Please send us a picture.
Okay, we will. It smells heavenly. So
Oh,
thank
I'm
you
jealous.
both very, thank you all very much.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. It's great to see y'all. And if you guys need to go eat, please do. Don't let it get cold.
Okay, and
Good job.
my lasagna was in the oven now.
Yeah.
Great.
For 15 minutes.
Now you wait.
Thank you, Jamar. This was my first time and I loved it.
Yay!
Great. Thanks for joining us. I think that was Karina.
Yeah,
and I even got a new apron.
Nice. But I don't see a carrot on there.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Jamar. It was great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Linda.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
I'm
nice
gonna
job,
go now, so
Maxine.
thank you very
Please send us a picture.
Nice coordinator.
My pen.
I don't know either. How do you get it? Leave right here. Press leave.
You guys should all have my email in your Zoom confirmation. Please send me pictures.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Karina. Great job.
Yeah,
Way to
thank
use
you.
that
It's great
toaster
fun.
oven.
Always. See you next month.
Till next time. How you doing, Cheryl? Here, I'll ask you to unmute. Good and left.
Find out how you scooped it.
How I scoop mine?
Mhm.
Thanks, Cheryl. Good to see you.
So how I scoop?
Overhead?
Cheryl, can you unmute and tell us how you substituted?
So how I did mine was each person gets a slice of mozzarella on their plate. So I cut around it.
Hold on, Jamar's showing how he's slicing it. Ah. You got that, Jamie?
You gotta talk so we can see.
Oh, you got it? You see it? So basically each plate gets a slice of mozzarella.
Okay, we got it. We're gonna go eat. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night. Okay, Cheryl, go. Oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
You're unmuted. For some reason, maybe your mic's not working. No, it's okay. Maybe email me later because I'd love to hear how you substitute for your diet. That looks amazing, Jamar, as always.
I'm gonna have to buy the mozzarella again. That is so good.
Isn't
it? Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, that looks amazing.
And so just imagine if you like egg, and this was something that you wanted to do, you can actually crack an egg on top of this and pop it in the oven as well.
Thanks, Cheryl. Cheryl used gluten-free pasta, dairy-free cheese, canned pumpkin in place of jarred pasta sauce to accommodate her diet. Awesome. Good job,
that's
Cheryl.
awesome. That's awesome. Hey, thank you.
And please email me a picture of the finished product. Awesome. Thanks, Mark. Thanks for joining us. Mark said another great class. Thanks, Jamar.
Thank you, Mark.
This was fun.
Isn't this fun?
Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, you did an awesome job tonight, Micah. Jacqueline and Mark, did you guys both finish? Maybe they're gone already.
I have about 10 minutes left on my lasagna.
Okay. And you're gonna take a photo of it, right?
Yeah, definitely. When my mom gets home, she can help me send it.
Yes, please email it to me. I'd appreciate that. Micah, are you?
Check on it.
How's it doing, Micah?
Yes.
You're muted.
Hey,
yeah, it looks super good, and in about 7 minutes it'll be ready.
Yeah.
Cool. So Jamar, do you think Micah's good for when it's done in 15 minutes?
Yes, absolutely.
So Micah, are you good if we sign off?
Huh? Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. So just.
Hey, you are awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Good job. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
I will.